Awesome, welcome. I'm excited to show you even more of our animals. And for those of you returning, welcome back. You already know this is one of the sweetest views in the zoo. Now today we have a unique opportunity to show you how these animals, big, medium, and small, live safe, healthy lives in our large wild spaces.
It's
Here
so
go a
long,
few more of
right?
our Bactrian deer. If you see one staring at you, say hi, Chloe. That means it's Chloe.
Hi,
Hey, Chloe, where are you?
Hi, Chloe.
That's not Chloe, okay? Chloe's back there. Okay, anyway, where was I? Okay, so yes. So our animal keepers provide our animals with world-class care and are supported by a huge team of vets, horticulturists, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, steelworkers, mechanics, and monorail guys like myself to bring you this experience. Now here at the Bronx Zoo, we have a lot of deer. Oh, horses too.
Ooh, look at horse.
Here I was going to say we have a lot of deer and herds that number upwards of 30. But the reason why we have large herds here is to protect species at risk of extinction, like these Mongolian wild horses. What you guys are looking at are the last true wild horses in the world. Horses that you thought of as wild in North America, not wild at all, just feral domesticated horses that grow down the tail. And these guys, never domesticated, and they look different too. They are shorter, stockier. Yes, we're not with the Kentucky Derby. No. But they have that beautiful golden brown color, chocolate brown leggings, and the brown mane that stands straight up like a mohawk. They are magnificent creatures, yes. Unfortunately, explorers, Mongolian wild horses went extinct in the wild. Yep, bummer. Their extinction was due to a number of things, including habitat loss, conflict with humans, competition with livestock, and a series of harsh winters created by climate change. Now, recognizing this threat, zoos like the Bronx Zoo started maintaining breeding populations of the horse and were able to keep the species alive in human care. Right? Additionally, zoos around the world then collaborated to ensure a genetically diverse population of the animal. And this took a lot of planning, a lot of work, and a lot of care. But explorers, the hard work paid off because 20 plus years later, in the mid-1990s, wild horses were the first species, the first to return to their native habitat after going extinct in the wild. Yes, a positive story. And this return gave the global community a blueprint on how zoos specifically can work together to protect species against extinction. And today there are over 350 plus wild horses living free in Mongolia, China, and Kazakhstan. And we at the Bronx Zoo have continued our breeding program, as you saw, with the little baby there, with over 50 horses being born right here at the Bronx Zoo. So here we're proud to say we play a big part in helping keep those horses around for a long time. Now we've entered into our next habitat where we're going to look for, this is our habitat. Oh no, our train just got tired from going up the hill, so give me 1 second. I have to hit a reset. It should take only 10 seconds-ish. Okay, that should do it. All right, good. Yes, this is train number 1, and yes, train number 1 cannot go as fast. So I will slow down a little bit. But we have entered into the Angkor Forest, A-N-G-K-O-R, Angkor Forest of Cambodia, where we are looking for Asia's largest wild cattle species. It is called the gaur, G-A-U-R, gaur, also known as the Indian bison. If you look back 80 yards then to the right, you will see the gaur. They are massive wild cattle. We have a herd of over 20 of them, and they are big boys and girls. The males fully grown, 6 feet tall at the shoulder, and weigh up to 2,000 pounds, as much as a small car like a Cooper Mini or a Fiat, one of them. The females tip the scales at 1,200 to 1,600 pounds. These guys are big. And now they present a challenge for our zookeepers, because part of working with these guys is moving them from this outdoor Angkor Forest habitat back to their nighttime enclosure, which is down the hill to the right. And they have to do this with these animals every day. So explorers, how exactly do you shift or move 20 plus 2,000 pound animals? You can't nudge them. They're 2,000 pounds. You can't say, hey, gaur, move. They stare you with a blank face and they don't know what you're saying. But they know food. So our keepers know some will move for grain and hay. They know others are motivated with fruits and veggies, like me. And then once they get the right ones moving, the rest of the herd follows. Now, even though the Gower are massive animals, right? They have to be on alert in the wild because in this habitat, down here, probably in this bush, sleeping unfortunately, they're looking for an animal 300 to 450 pounds, black and orange stripes. He's in there somewhere, or maybe he's in the lake. See, I think he's sleeping. Okay, let's look. Anyway, we are looking for the apex predator of China, Eastern Russia, and the Korean Peninsula. We are looking for our Siberian tiger, Anakin. Anakin, he is in that bush sleeping. I think I saw glimpses of his orange and black stripes, guys. So unfortunately, although he is the apex predator, able to take down large animals bigger than himself, like those large deer. Today, right now, he is exhibiting the same behavior as a kitty at home, but sleeping in the shade. But that is okay. Here at the Bronx Zoo, guys, we must respect our animals as they exhibit their natural behavior, and we wouldn't have it any other way at the Bronx Zoo. Oh, you can take a look at some of the Gower up at the top. Cool. They're making their way down this hill, actually, towards the end of the day. So later on, they'll be right under this monorail, believe it or not. And now this is the other side, the back side of the Kanhan Meadow, where we saw some of our deer species. Here you can see more. If you look down to the left by the right fence, some Barasinga deer, some axis deer, also some black buck antelope. Then below in front, we have our peacocks, peahens, even a wild turkey. The wild turkey thinks he's a peacock. Yep, peacocks, peahens. And then if you look eagle-eye, use your eagle eye, look by this muddy patch, that is a baby Barasinga right there. That is a baby Barasinga deer right there. If you see the baby, say hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
That is a cute baby Barasinga down there. And here's the Bronx Zoo, as I said, it is unpredictable where our animals will be on any given tour, and they actually utilize every inch of their habitats, which are vast. So it's great the way they exhibit their natural behavior, and we wouldn't want it any other way. Our next animal we're approaching is a wild hog called a babi rusa. Not barbacoa, babi rusas. They are Indonesian wild hogs. In this enclosure, we're looking for Kenny, the babi rusa. Let's see. Kenny is somewhere in there. Next door we have Ivy and Sprout. Oh, they're sleeping. Ivy and Sprout are by the tree sleeping. Those are our male mother and daughter babi rusas.
Oh, yeah.
And just like your mom, when Ivy was pregnant, our keepers did ultrasound on her baby to check on the belly. 4 months later, Sprout was born. So another example of trust and relationship between keeper and animal. Speaking of trust and relationships, our next animal has a great relationship with her keepers.
Yeah, let's see.
This is our zoo favorite, our Asian elephant, Patty. She's coming up. She may be hiding behind a tree, but she's 7,000 pounds. She can't hide that well. Everyone say, hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Patty says, hi, Pat. Patty's super intelligent, guys, and at her age, nobody can tell her what to do. She's just like your grandma. As a matter of fact, you can't make an elephant do anything they don't want to do. They make their own choices. She decided she wanted to be outside. Sometimes she prefers inside. And that is her right. We let our animals make decisions for themselves and respect them for it here at the zoo. And she's an Asian elephant. I said big Asian elephant. She eats a lot too. She can eat up to 150 pounds of hay each day and drink up to 50 gallons of water. That's a lot. Exactly. She needs to hydrate, someone said. So, yep. And we've just entered into our rhino habitat. If you see the muddy footprints, they lead to that muddy pool. It's called a mud wallow, but our rhino's not in there. So that means, hopefully, because it'd be hard to see her in there anyway because of the bushes and shrubs. But that means our rhino walked up that hill in the sun over there, past that rocky formation, probably stopped to get some food, a bite of veggies, and then settled into the original mud wallow here in the rhino habitat. This mud wallow has been here at Wild Asia since its inception in 1977. And yes, I see our female rhino. This is Callie. Everybody say hi, Callie.
Hi, Callie.
This is Callie, our female rhino. Callie weighs about 3,200 pounds, guys. Believe it or not. Don't tell her though, she thinks she's only 2,800. And remember guys, you saw a rhino here. She is not a hippo. Callie would be insulted if you called her a hippo. That is Callie the rhino. We also have two other rhinos here. We have Penny and we have Priya. That was Callie. And here at the Bronx Zoo, we have had a very successful breeding program with our rhinos, with over a dozen being born right here in the Bronx over the last few decades. So far, so good with our rhinos. Alright, explorers, we're gonna pick up the speed, go up to a blistering 7, so please hold on to your seats. Parents and guardians, hold on to your little ones, and absolutely no standing. As we speed through the forest, we're cruising to an open meadow called the Uplands. In the Uplands, we're gonna look for 5 different deer species and antelope species. So we're gonna look for the hog deer. Looks like its name. It is orange-brown, short, heady, creeps and crawls, the hog deer. Then we're gonna look for the Elds deer, ELDS, Elds deer. Same coloring, orange-brown, but bigger, more deer-like in appearance. They have the longer legs. That is a hog deer right around that circular bush area. So that is what a hog deer looks like. We'll be able to see a few more as we go around. So we're looking for Elds deer, hog deer. We're also going to look for the nilgai antelope, Nilgai, nilgai antelope. They're big, grayish brown. They have black and white stripes on their ankles. You will know them when you see them. So we have one hog deer hiding over there in the corner to the left by the fence, and then some more hog deer on the right by our fence near the monorail. So they're slowly popping up. I was wondering where they were. So we will see a few more. So these are the hog deer we were seeing. So hog deer, hog deer, hog deer. Now let's see what else do we have here. Oh, that is hog deer. Let's see. Those are Elds deer over there in the center bush area, that circular bush area. Those are Elds deer walking around. Right here are hog deer, their shorter legs. Oh, but in the back there goes some nilgai antelopes in the shade, and one standing right there. Those are the large female antelopes with the black and white stripes on their ankles. They are the largest antelope species in Southeast Asia. Native to India, Nepal, Sri Lanka. Those are the nilgai antelopes. All the way in the back are Elds deer as well. Now the big sambar deer are not here. We have a red, so I can actually stop here and you can take a look at some of our deer. But there are also large deer species called the sambar deer, but they are all the way in the back in that shady area up the hill. They're very hard to see from here, so I can't really point them out to you, but they're just as big as the antelopes here. And these are all females, so you can say, hi lady. Those are the females. Female nilgai antelopes. And we have, I think, 7, 8 of them. We have a lot. Alright, I was waiting on a red, but now we have a yellow, so we will proceed. Hopefully not faster. See, these trains have a tough time with the hills. Alright, and now as we come to this next habitat, this fenced off area, this smaller area is home to a smaller deer. It is called a Chinese tufted deer. So look for a 30 to 35 pound deer, grayish brown. Very small. This will probably be back by the leaves on that side of the fence. There goes one way in the back. Yes, they're small. grayish brown, and if they're not moving, they're difficult to see. But yeah, there's one, I saw one, that's it. So keep an eye out for the Chinese tufted deer. We have 4 and that was just one. But they're used to more cooler climates, so sometimes if it's over 80, they will not be around. So they're native to southern China and Myanmar. Alright, explorers, we're going to cruise over the Bronx River for the final time today. If you look all the way across, you can see the bridge where we started. If you look below, you could see some local wildlife. Maybe a crane, duck, a geese, turtle, or something. And now as we approach our next habitat, this is called the Himalayan Uplands. In the Himalayan Uplands north, we're looking for the magical, majestic Markhor, wild mountain goat. Markhor, Markhor, wild mountain goat. They are the gymnasts of the rocks. They can literally jump straight up 6 to 8 feet onto the rocks. And they are known for those spiral horns. The horns can grow up to 4.5 feet in length.
I'm telling
Not only
you.
do those horns act as a deterrent to
This is how
predators,
wide the
so
train
they think
is.
they're easy
Mommy,
to
look.
snow leopards. Here's
That's
a
how
big
wide
male
the
down
train
here.
is.
A couple of big males down here as we pass through. So those horns are not only used to battle snow leopards, but oh, there's a big male right there. They're also used to spar with other males in attention for females. And the males are big, 260 pounds. And just how as regal as they look, you may think differently in the way they show interest in females. That's how we might wink and smile to our partner or mate. The male Markhor sticks his tongue out really hard and waggles it back and forth, up and down. The female Markhor stares and she melts. It's called Markhor love. Yep, those are Markhor. Gotta love them. All right, explorers. Now we saw a lot of animals today, yes, and hopefully received a little glimpse into what it takes to care for them both here at the zoo as well as in the wild. And ask any of us and we'll tell you, there are long days, unpredictable moments, hot hazy days in summer, and freezing habitat prep in snow and rain. But when you look out and see animals doing exactly what they would be doing in the wild, like the Markhor, and recognize you're a part of making the experience happen, it makes it all worth it. So we hope you enjoyed this experience as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. So now, explorers, as we pull into the station, we're going to be waiting on the red. But while we wait, it is trivia time. Ding, 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 ding. Trivia time. First trivia question. What was the most numerous type of animal we saw on this ride? Was it A, wild hogs? Was it B, deer? Or was it C, elephants? B is correct. We saw a whole lot of deer. Yes, we did. My explorer friends. Aha. Next question is easy too. Who of these is important in saving wildlife and wild places? Who of these is important in saving wildlife and wild places? Is it A, animal keepers and tour guides? Is it B, wildlife scientists and eco guards? Is it C, yes, visiting the Bronx Zoo and riding this monorail? Or is it D, all the above? D is correct. Sometimes you answer too quick, but you are correct. Good. D is correct. It takes us all, folks. Everything you've seen, from Patty the elephant to almost Anakin, sorry about that, to our Markhor.